Hi everybody, welcome back to Sipscity. We resume where we left off last time with a American style grid of a city. Well, I mean, I don't think it's gonna remain that way, but we'll see for now anyway. We made this industrial area up here with this one-way road, which, well, right now maybe isn't the best. A lot of people pointed out that this one-way road causes all of the industry to go back out to here, figure out another way back into the city so that, you know, the ones that actually produce goods to be delivered to the commercial enterprises of the city have to come back into town somehow. So we're going to have to sort that out. But I think another thing that we could do to try to sort it out is change our industry, right? We have like this sort of factory set up here with Goods Unlimited, which has decided to move into the previous site of Frank's Fish Stick Emporium or Empire or whatever it was that he was doing. We've built all of this on fertile land, if you can believe that. It's like a little bit of a boob on my part. But look at all of this land here is fertile and ripe for agriculture. So I think what we might do is make some farms. Which would be nice, actually. I think that it would fit in quite nice with what we have here. Have some farms this away. We can maybe put in some like logging camps and stuff over here. And then it'll sort of be like Tropico, if you remember that game. But no, I think the agriculture cuts down on the pollution and stuff. So maybe we could think about doing that. We have to move the dump at some point. But yeah, I think we can probably do that and expand out the town a little bit more. It's not quite a city yet, is it? I mean, there's only 1,663 people living here. I mean, most of these people probably know each other intricately and go over to each other's houses for like a potluck every night and stuff like that. But once the city grows really big and everybody sort of disconnects from each other and it's like the size of New York City or whatever, I think that'll be good. Maybe like money-wise, but maybe not so much socially. Yeah, it will probably spell an end to the potlucks either way. Okay, so I think for this to work, we think we need to create a district. And then once we've created the district, then we sort of set it aside as like agriculture or whatever. And I mean, we can probably create a district up along here, which is pretty much where we want the agricultural industry to go in. And see it happen sort of in real time, right? Like I think we can just click on this. And now Brook Hills, as it's known, is our agricultural center of industry. So all of this factory industry will slowly turn into farms with any luck. Oh yeah, look at that. It's really weird, isn't it? I mean, oh, okay, fine. Frank's gas canister thing is gone, and it looks like the farms are starting to move in, possibly. What the hell is that? Oh yeah, I can hear them. I can hear the farms moving in. I don't know if we need like some nice farm fields or something, but I guess with the like pollution gone, maybe there'll be some more jobs. It's just weird. Some of these buildings look like they're upgrading and getting a bit bigger. Maybe they are? Maybe that's a good thing? I don't know. I mean, do you think that these agricultural fields and stuff are going to start to produce a lot of traffic? Do we need to worry about it, or can we just make this like a two-way now? Are people parking their fucking cars on this stretch of road? Look at all these farmers are actually parking their stupid-ass cars all the way down here. Why would they do that? Oh, look, there's a tractor pulling a trailer out of the city. That's fantastic. Holy crap. All right. I think we can probably change this one-way road system back into a two-way now. Man, the view at night looks really nice, doesn't it? Look at these roads. They're so great. I love how they sort of like glow orange like they would in real life. Like, I don't know if you've ever flown over a city at night before, like when you're coming into land at the airport. You can just see that orange glow. All like the main roads are really lit up, and then you can just sort of see the speckling of lights in like all the houses and stuff. It's pretty awesome. Look, it looks like my cursor has like a little flashlight on it too. Look, you can see like a little bit of light. It's like a ghost in everybody's backyard. Who's that ghost out there? Woo! Whoa. Look at all these. Look at this. Look at these fucking farms. Look at the cows. Jesus, I don't know if we can realistically pack it in like this. Does this like agricultural industry need more space to sort of spread out? Like, I want to see fields and stuff. I don't want to see everything jam-packed in here. Although, having said that, it does look kind of nice right now. Maybe I have to like make... Oh, I see. Maybe I have to go like that. Let's see if it'll like expand back a ways. I don't know if it will though. I think it'll just occupy the tiles. Huh? Huh. I mean, it's kind of hard because we've built all of this farmland on a hill. Where, you know, in real life that would happen. I mean, where I live, there's plenty of like potato fields and stuff on a slope. And they just make it work somehow. But there are a lot of trucks actually being generated from farmland here right now. I don't know if that's like necessarily a huge problem, but we do have a lot of demand for industry. So maybe it's time to start thinking about, you know, getting our industry on in the most major of ways. I also would love to connect this up with that, but I don't know if that's going to really work out. Anyway, I think for now the grid is probably working out okay. I think what we'll do is we'll start putting like a nice sort of high wealth suburb in and around the shores of, well, do we want to actually? Because all they have to look out on is a bunch of pollution going down the river. Maybe we should move the pollution to another area, but also we need to move the dump out of here too so that we can get more industry, because we are sorely lacking industry at the moment too. So we're gonna have to do something about that. Kind of running out of space. I need to unlock another tile. Maybe it's time to unlock this tile so that we get this dinger-donger right in the middle. Oh, shit. Look at this. We've had demand for educated workers. I think we need a high school, too. Maybe it's worth putting in a high school sooner rather than later. Bah. Fuck it. I'll do that right now. The size of this thing. It's fucking huge. My God. Look at it. It's so big. Where do we want to put this? Let's put it, like, down here, I guess. In, like, the corner. Yeah. That should be fine, actually. We'll put the high school here. And we'll let all of these people become further educated so that they can actually work in some of these jobs. Look, see, these M&H clothing needs some educated workers. And also, it looks like Busy Corner Shop is crying out for educated workers as well. So we're going to do our best to educate people and move them into those crucial roles across the city. Like M&H clothing and... you know, the corner store as well. I mean, there's nowhere else to go buy our groceries right now. We still have to, like, sort all of that stuff out. So, for now, the corner store is the place to go for your Wonder Bread and everything else that you could possibly need. Anyway, the dinging has started. We're getting some upgraded buildings and stuff, so that's good. Next task, we gotta move the dump somewhere else. I'm not sure where just yet. Build the industry, but also we need to unlock, like, this as well. Do we want this new tile? It's got a lot of trees and a lot of farming resources on it as well. Alright, that's fine. I think that the farming resource spreads from here into here. Possibly? Should we take a quick look? Oh no, there's new resource like down here. And we can maybe set up some logging and stuff down here too. So does that mean that maybe we want up here to be sort of like a service area for like the dump, maybe sewage outflow and all that other stuff, so that it's not in this big river? Because we want to make this part of the city really nice, I think. Alright, well, let's look at maybe doing that then. That might be nice. Fuck, it's so hard to see at night, isn't it? Holy shit. Alright, so I've made use of the new square that we've unlocked to move some of our pollution stuff out of the town. And I've made this, like, little thing here so that people can get to it. So, you come off the road here, and it's a one-way into here, and there's a new dump and a bit of power and an outflow pipe as well, which is going to travel up this river. I mean, this river is going to get really shitty really quickly, and possibly this lake as well, but it would be nice to remove the pollution from this river so that we can make like a nice residential area around here. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the power, these wind turbines back here too, and then I'm going to probably connect up the city from here. And then we can build like power plants and stuff out of here. So this whole area here is probably going to be pretty industrial at some point. Lots of pollution. And then we can use all of the agricultural zone here. See, like the God rays are coming down onto these fertile fields. Look at all this grass. God, we're going to just farm the shit out of all this grass, and everybody's going to be able to eat oats and beets and barley and everything else. It's going to be like the healthiest city you have ever seen. And it looks like we've also solved that problem with educated workers, more or less. I mean, the pharmacy still needs a few educated workers, but who cares about the pharmacy, right? It doesn't matter. As long as the convenience store and M&H Clothing have their educated workers, I think that that's the important thing. So we have like this Main Street USA kind of vibe going on with commercial lining like the corners, and then it sort of spills out into residential, and it'll keep doing that. And then once we've unlocked, like, oh shit, we've done it already. Oh yeah, the decoration and all of this stuff. All right, we're going to need some bike paths. We're going to need some footpaths and all sorts of shit as well to put in here to connect it all up so that people can walk to work and get to the places they're going. Man, that's going to be great. I cannot wait. Now, of course, another thing we need to do is start emptying out this dump too, which we've just started doing. So all of the stuff that's in this dump is going to be taken down this away to this new like service area that we've set up far away from the town. Which is quite nice, actually. It's going to get some traffic onto these roads and hopefully get some traffic off of these roads and stuff as well. Should be pretty nice. And then we can start expanding out the agriculture here as well. Oh man, there's still such a huge demand for industry. And I think maybe once we start expanding out the agricultural, some of that'll be covered. But we probably need some factory jobs too. We probably can't just rely on agricultural solely. But I think having agricultural so close to where people are living is probably pretty good. So I think what we're going to do is, oh, look at this. It's all migrated over here now too. We got all of the wind turbines here. Got the dump that's accepting all of the garbage from everywhere. And then we have this like really disgusting water drain pipe, which is of course lots of sewage that's being released, not relayed into lakes and rivers. And I bet you the river is loving every minute of that. So over here, I think we're going to build some factories and stuff. Just as soon as I can hook it up and I get a bit of money. We're sort of like kind of low on money now, but it's not too bad. I mean, we could probably get a couple of factories in just to start with and just see how it goes. We need to make sure that we connect it up to the power grid as well, which so far is not too bad. Oh, look, it already is connected up. We don't need to put any more of these power lines in. So that's pretty good. I think the only other thing that it's going to need is a little bit of water. So we'll hook that up now. We'll hook up the water for all of these factories to be able to produce the goods that they need to produce with the tools that they need to produce them with. Look at all of this stuff. We have a Garments Limited going in. And look who's back as well. Frank's Fish Stick Factory is back. This time he is hiding inside the premises of Jubilee. I don't know why. Maybe he's just like renting this one side of Jubilee so that he can produce his world famous renowned fish sticks, courtesy of Frank. I don't know. I mean, it's probably, no, that's ready to wear and Goods Unlimited. Okay, so there's only a couple of companies in Sipscity right now, and maybe that'll also be the case until the end of time. But man, this area is looking pretty nice. I don't know how we're going to fare traffic-wise. I mean, I don't have on and off ramps yet, so I've had to use one-way roads, but I think for now this is probably going to be okay. We're not going to put too much over here, but look, everything is like moving quite nice now. Oh look, the sun is rising over the highway. We get this nice view of the highway with like this massive power tower thing right in the middle of both lanes. Oh yeah, look at this. Broom broom. Oh my god, there was almost a bit of a collision here. Okay, cool. Which means that hopefully some of the traffic will have died down in this part of town, which is where people are generally living and shopping and doing that kind of stuff, which is great. And of course going to school too. All right. I think we probably need some bike paths and other paths and stuff. We'll get started on that after. How's this dump doing? It's like almost empty. 10% full. So it's still got a little bit of time to go before we can move the dump and start expanding out the agriculture. I wish that the farms looked like a bit better than this. I guess you can get mods to get big fields and stuff, which maybe will make it look a bit more realistic. Might have to look into that. Oh my god. How did these people put up with it? It's so loud. You know, all this mooing, it must stink too. These cows are just constantly over here, probably shitting and farting and, I don't know. We might have to, like, block it off with some trees and stuff eventually, because I think that that's going to be a bit too much. Alright, we have some residential popping up. We need some garbage disposal or removal over here as well at some point, because it's piling up and people are starting to complain. Is this dump fully operational? It is. It's like 30% full already. I can't believe it. Alright. The dump is finally empty. Let us get rid of it. Yes. Now we have another dump. Which is good. And it's over there. And hopefully everybody is having their garbage disposed of on the regular. That would be nice. Alright. We can finally expand our farming industry into farms. Farms! Alright, cool. I don't know. Do we want to pack in the farms? I guess we really want to pack in the farms. I don't know if I really want to pack in the farms, actually. I'm not too sure about this big road here, either. This big straight road. Like, we created this big straight road for the dump, but does this big straight road need to actually be here? Can it just sort of curve off? Do we want, like, a curve off? Maybe not, like, that much of a curve. Oh, God. Of course, we're sort of building, like, into a cliff here as well, which is not really the best. Okay. We can maybe do something with this instead. We can have it so that we have like a couple of like spikes coming off. I kind of like the spike look. The spike look is definitely something that I like. I think we can maybe go for the spike look connecting down to like here. Maybe have like another straight road like that. Is that kind of straight? It's like okay-ish. I mean, agriculture being packed in this tight. We need like big fields and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe we'll never get those big fields unless I mod it. We'll have to see. Should just shove this here. Well, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Alright, so we want to fill this up with agriculture in here. And it should all be ready to go too. It should all be earmarked and ready to go as agriculture because we set the zone up and everything. And now we're going to make a ton of money off selling fruits and vegetables, and we're going to create no pollution. That's the benefit of doing this, right? Lots of farms. Oh, shit, we need the water for the farms too. Of course, farms do need water, both in-game and in real life, because if you know anything about farming, you got to sow the seeds in the winter. You got to know when to hold them. And then you gotta know when to fold them as well. And you gotta know when to walk away as well from a bad crop. These are all like really tried, tested, and true methods of farming. And of course, never build a farm into like a cliffside unless you want to have like these really disgusting dark shadows because of the day and night cycle in the game too. It doesn't look the best. I will definitely get some mods to change this because I think it'll look better with like just bigger fields. Like I want to have lots of big fields. I don't want it to be all like packed in tight like this. Whoa! Boomtown. Already, holy shit. 2,400 people, I can't believe it. Alright, well, we got mass transportation, buses, taxis, a whole bunch of other stuff. We can get ore as a specialized industry as well if we want to. And great. Highway ramps. 4-lane roads with bus lanes. This is pretty nice. 6-lane road with bus lanes. A bus depot. All the good stuff. Okay, great. This is nice. This opens up a lot of extra stuff for us to mess around with. So we have some agriculture set up, which doesn't look the best and is also suffering. Look, it's been abandoned. The baconery has been abandoned for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe the demand for bacon sort of went down after a while. I don't know. Hopefully some more stuff moves in. I think there's just so little demand for industry now, and I think it's partly because a lot of people are favoring these factory jobs over these farm jobs. Maybe we have to get rid of some of these factory jobs, or maybe we just need to expand a little bit more aggressively so that we can fill in those agriculture jobs as well. Farms. We'll work on that. We need some more people in the town, and it looks like we're going to need some more commercial before long too. I think maybe we could probably fit some commercial in here. Probably in here. Let's shove some commercial in here because this is going to be like another sort of way into the city eventually, I think. I'm probably join up onto this part of the highway. And we could also maybe think about getting some in and along here, so that when people come into the city, they can visit like these commercial places on their way in. All right, we have the beginnings of like our waterfront area as well, which I'll probably start working on pretty soon. We're gonna move this water drain pipe out of here. Well, actually, we could probably just delete it now, I think. We just need to be careful because we're actually taking water from here. Need to be careful that it's still all connected up to the power grid. Which I think it is, actually. That's not too bad. So this can go. Fantastic. Great. And we can stop polluting this section of the city. Of course, we can't see that right now because it's dark. And pollution notoriously cannot be seen in the dark. But during the day, you can definitely see that shit brown streak traveling down the river, and that's what we want to avoid, because most tourists spend a lot of time touring the city in the day. We don't want them to have to see that at all. We'd like to make this like loop back up. It's going to be like this nice winding sort of road that goes along the coast, and it's going to be filled with like mansions and other like really desirable places to live, and it's going to be fantastic. Connect that up. Yeah, that's nice, actually. I really like that a lot. Okay, and then we can fill in this area here with like some nice winding roads, because every day, of course, is a winding road. And then once you get a little bit closer, you realize that, hang on a second, this winding road actually leads to like a really huge super mansion. And I'm glad I followed this, because that's where I now live, because it was empty and I just claimed it as my own. What a nice story. Imagine just like finding a mansion randomly and claiming it as your own. That'd be something else. I don't think that that actually is how it works at all, but you never know. Okay, we'll have like a whole bunch of like really shitty windy roads. I mean, I say they're shitty, they're not at all. They're awesome. But at the same time, you could argue that maybe they are a little bit shitty. Okay, that one is not the best, but we'll have it kind of branch off here. We want to like fill in the space if you like, but houses aren't going to be like too packed in this area. They're going to be like, it's going to be like an exclusive part of Sipscity, right? We're going to like shove in some mansions and trees. Oh, the trees are going to be glorious. I get to finally plant a bunch of trees, and we'll have some like paths and stuff. It'll be really nice, actually. It's going to be a nice spot. We just need to like jazz it up big time. Oh my god. How have so many people died already? And how come I was only told about this like just recently? Jesus Christ. There's a whole bunch of dead people. We're gonna have to build our very first cemetery. What the fuck is this? Oh yeah, the medical clinic. Maybe we should have a cemetery right next to the medical clinic. I think that that's a fitting place to put a really nice cemetery. Because you go here, you get your checkup, and if the doctor decides that you're not going to make it, guess what? You're right next door. They'll just bury you straight away. It's like part of the service as well. Oh, man. Off it goes. Look at that. Off goes the hearse. The hearse is off to pick up all of the dead bodies and bring them back. This is pretty nice, actually. This whole, like, sort of belt area here is going to be like a separator from, like, civilization and then farmland up here. Of course, nobody wants to work in farmland right now because there's plenty of like really top-notch industry factory jobs going in Sipscity. But, well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, eventually we're going to have so many people living here that they're all going to want to have some sort of job. So they're going to be forced into these jobs. And that's what we're waiting for right now. We got this nice like super rich area, which we need to like prop up the land value of. Look at this. It's like a nice coastal road. All the pollution is gone from this river now, so that people can just like fling themselves off the road and have a nice little romantic dip, get carried downstream, and go sort of underneath the Brooklyn Bridge over here. We actually have... Did we have our own bridge? Yeah, we do. Look. We have our own bridge as well. I didn't even need to spend a dime on this. Look, it came as part of like the whole region or whatever. Fucking fantastic. We can actually buy some more land as well. I don't know if we need to do that straight away, but we'll probably do it pretty soon. I think the next thing that our city needs is some transport, like some buses. We'll probably set up some buses and just some really simple sort of like A to B routes, like, you know, to like here and then back, so that people can get around like the town, but also out to like the industry places that they work and stuff and back. I think we'll probably start with the bus depot. we could probably build the bus depot like right here to begin with. It's like sort of out of the way of the residential and the industry and everything else. Build it here, and then the buses should be able to get to the places that they need to. We're gonna have to hook it up with power and everything first, and then we can like start with just some really simple bus routes. It's gonna be really nice, actually. One thing that we desperately need. Well, I say desperately. I don't know how desperate we are for buses, actually, at all. But we'll see. I mean, if we want to like turn this place into like a really bustling leisure center, I think buses are going to be pretty crucial, because everybody likes to get on a party bus, right? Like, especially if you're going with all your friends to like a strip club or something in the red light district. It's a lot more fun to turn up there in a bus with like 30 friends than it is just by yourself awkwardly. You get there and you have to stand around by yourself and be like, oh shit, where are my friends? I hope they haven't just like stitched me up and here I am standing all by myself in the red light district. Don't let that happen to you. Always insist on a bus every time that kind of stuff is about to happen. Okay, so I think our first route is just going to go straight up this like main drag, because we want people to be able to get to like all these places on the main drag. So it'll start here and then it'll come back on itself. And it's probably just going to lead straight up to like where people want to work, which is like out of the town. So we'll just have it come like up here all the way. This will be the last stop before it then goes up into here, I guess. Holy crap. This is going to be something else. We can have it come like here and then it'll stop here, I guess. And then it can go around here as well, just in case you need that like last stop. Maybe here. And then it'll come back straight down here onto itself again, right? So that you just have to cross the road to the stop across, and then you can go the other way if you want to come like all the way down this way. I don't know how that's going to do like for coverage, but then it can come back down here and then down to here as well. I guess it can go here and then here and then just go back around. Okay, so that is a pretty straightforward A to B line that's going to go on the highway into where people are working, and then it's going to come back on itself. And then you can get on going either way if you want to. And then we'll probably have another one that goes like down here too. And then I'm not sure what we're going to do for coverage here, but I think for now that's probably okay. We'll leave it at that. Let's just call it the best line in all caps. And this is so that people know that it is indeed the best line. Do we want this to run in the day and at night? Yeah, we definitely do. It's going to have 12 vehicles. Is it going to be blue? Let's make it like really, really light blue. Okay, great. And we've so far saved a grand total of 0% car trips, which is great. I mean, that's really something else. We'll check on it again later, but for now, that's probably okay. So look at all these people waiting at the bus stops already. Like, this is rammed. These buses are going to be busy as shit. Look, everybody really wanted to use this bus line. Is it because it's like a new thing? And we have to wait for the buses to... Oh my god. That's going to be so awkward. Like, this is a bus stop. And look, these people are never going to be able to get out of their houses. I'm just going to wait here for the first bus to come. Oh my god. How many... There's 30 passengers. These people are going to have to wait a long-ass time. 12 buses for this line. That's crazy. There's not even another bus in sight. Oh, I can't believe it. It's pretty good. This like main drag is getting kind of busy already. It's pretty nice though. The traffic is flowing quite nice. So far so good. We haven't had like any problems. And oh my shit. Wow, look, the agricultural sector has sort of gained employees and stuff. The people that they need to run it. Jesus. Sipscity is looking pretty fantastic already. Jeez, I can't believe we already have buses and stuff. Oh, another beautiful Sipscity sunrise. Look at that. The city, or well, town, is like hustling and bustling, and of course we're also running out of water at an alarming rate, but it's fine because we can just shove another pump in this nice like coastal area that we've managed to create and supply these people with all of the aqua mineral they would ever need. Great. Well, we're doing okay here actually. It's like slow progress, but it's still progress nonetheless. We've got a lot of money in the bank. We're earning a lot of money, and population shooting up. We should be able to like attract some tourists and stuff at about 5,000 people, population 5,000, which is probably going to be, well, next episode at this rate, I think. In the meantime as well, I'm going to get some agricultural mods to replace this, because I'm not really happy with how it looks. I want big fields in this area, not like, I don't want this agriculture to be all like tightly packed together or whatever. I want some great big fields so that we get, when we get the airplane view of like the agricultural area, it looks a little bit better. Are there dirt roads in this game? I can't even remember. I'm sure that there are. 2-lane road with bicycle lanes? Oh, there are. Yeah, there are fucking dirt roads. I just forgot that you had to press this button to get over to it. Okay. Gravel roads for the agricultural part of town? Definitely. I'll look into some mods and stuff and we'll look at that next time. Anyway, we've got the town, which is getting big. We have some sewage issues apparently, which I don't even know how actually. My god, the sewage treatment's really bad. Look at all of that shit going up the river there. Oh my god. If anyone ever takes a dip in that river, they're going to sorely regret it for the rest of their very short lives, I think. After they grow like 20 more dongers and everything else from all the pollution. Okay, so we got the town. It's getting big. It's doing well. We're going to work on this probably next time as well. We'll do some beautification and stuff to keep people happy and to keep things running. Oh, look, I actually did build a little bike path, but it's kind of useless. I fucking love bike paths. I mean, there's just something about it. We need a lot more footpaths and bike paths to connect everything together. Buses? I haven't checked yet, but I think we're doing okay with the bus route here. We've saved 43% of car trips on this bus route, the best line, which is pretty good actually. It looks like there's a lot of people waiting to ride the bus, but it looks like they've cleared out the queues. Not so much here. The Poor Brook residents, oh my god, it's just like some sort of party happening out here at all times in front of their house, which is not the best actually, but it's likely that along this main road a lot of this stuff is going to turn into commercial, because I think it does better on the bigger roads when it has like the thoroughfare or whatever, and then hopefully for deliveries and stuff we don't get too many traffic problems. But so far so good. Everything seems to be running great. If you enjoyed that and you're enjoying the series so far, please leave a like. It always helps and is always super appreciated. If you didn't like this video or you don't like this series, obviously you could also leave a dislike if that's something that you want to do. There's buttons there for either, so you might as well use them. Excellent. Great. Well, as usual, thanks very much for watching. Join me next time. We'll continue expanding and building some more stuff for Sipscity and make it into some glorious tourism red light district powerhouse that it deserves to be. Just find out all there is to find out about the After Dark expansion. There's like taxis and all sorts of other stuff that I haven't really messed around with too much. So I'm looking forward to getting into it and seeing what it's like. Great. As I said, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.